So good day everyone. I am the first reporter of Group 1. So today I will reporting about the amnesty. So amnesty from the ancient Greek amnestia, meaning forgetfulness or passing over, is defined as a pardon extended by the government to a group or class of people, usually for political offense. The act of a sovereign power officially forgiving certain classes of people who are subjected to trial but not have been yet convicted. So amnesty, forgetfulness or passing over. So as what I understand about amnesty is it is only be given to group of people by the um, president. Ang presidente daw ang maghatag og amnesty or kanang pardon. Ang nakanindot po sa amnesty is kanang gi-include niya ang kanang mga bayad bitaw, like for example kanang kailangan bayaran na tungod sa imong na-violate nga law or sa mga damage nimo sa property and whatsoever. So next is amnesty constitutes more than a pardon in so much as it obliterates illegal remembrance of the offense. Amnesty is increasingly used to express the idea of freedom and to refer to when prisoner can go free. So as what I said earlier nga ang amnesty daw is more than a pardon. Gitagaan siya freedom, which is kanang gibaliwala na lang to, gikalimta lang to mga offense niya, and sa mga damages nga og namang siya damages nga ba kanang ibayad sa property, kuha na to tanan quits na siya. Next, there are two people here na mention. So amnesty proclamation of 1902 during the American regime. An amnesty proclamation was issued in 1902 by President Roosevelt in favor of Filipinos involved in a revolution by virtue of the pardoning power granted him by the U.S. Constitution. Next, on September 7, 1946, President Manuel Rojas granted an amnesty to guerrilla and resistance fighter by issuing Proclamation number 8, which sought to recognize such person not as criminal but as person not as criminals but as patriots and heroes who have been rendered invaluable service to the nation. So kanang si usa sa mga US, the American regime kay nag-issue siya og si President Roosevelt nga gitagaan tag pabor nga ang Pilipino by kanang pardoning power granted by him the Constitution, kay like mag-usa siya sa mga minghatag og pardon sa mga Pilipino, like may pabor siya kay tungod atong panghitabo atong year. Og isa pod si Manuel Rojas, ang mga guerrilla kabalo mo sa isa history about Philippines or sa guerrilla fighters o sa mga resistance fighters, ginakuha nila kanang gitagaan niya og amnesty in order to fight to our nation, para dili pud masayang ang ilang mga arms, mga weapons, kay during that time pa complicated pa kayo ang atong kanang tawag atong liberty, kay ginasako pa man gyapon. That's all.
So, I am the next reporter. So, defined as a pardon extended by the government to a group or class of people, usually for a political offense. The act of sovereign power officially forgiving certain classes of people who are subject to trial but have not yet convicted. So, ang amnesty, gitawag siya pardon, which is pagpasaylo sa katawo nga nakasala or naapay chance nga makagawas. Like, for example, kanang pinariso ka, napasangin lang naka, you are not guilty. So, napakay chance na makagawas na kay freedom. So, ang usually ang ma-involve ani is politicians. Like, ang uban bayaran lang makagawas na ka. And then, katong mga officials na mga higher rank or general, mauti mo hatag nga decision nga makagawas na ka because you are not guilty. So, katong mga tao nga wala na prove nga guilty jud parihaan ang wala klaro nga evidence like ing ana, gitawag na siya trial nga kanang wala jud na prove na guilty kas imong sala pareha lagi anang napasangin lang ka. Like for example, maghatag tag example para magsabtan jud kanang nasuspikan ra ka abi gud ni like ikaw. So gipadakop kas pulis na preso ka og pila ka days or weeks or months. So unya kay napatunayan man na imuha daing silingan ang gapatay atong biktima, so nakagawas na ka kay wala may proof na ikaw tong gapatay. So maunay example sa trial. Amnesty International was founded in 1961. Peter Benenson, a British lawyer. Amnesty International was founded atong 1961 ni Peter Benenson. Siya ay isang abogado nga British. So, kung makakita mo na ay picture dira sa ubos, mauna si Peter Benenson. Kanang naa sa picture. Next, it was originally his extension to launch an appeal in Britain with aim obtaining an amnesty for prisoners of conscience all over the world.
Good day, ma'am. I am Marites B. Mausay. I am one of the reporter in Group 1. So my report is all about the origin of amnesty. Where it all began in 1961, British lawyer Peter Benenson was outraged when two Portuguese students were jailed. So the two jailed just for raising a toast to freedom. So the two students was kanang napriso sila tungod sa para lang sa kalayaan. He wrote an article in the Observer newspaper and launched a campaign that provoked an incredible response. So the two people was Peter Benenson. So Peter Benenson was a British barrister, human rights activist, and the founder of the human rights group Amnesty International. So he refused all honors for most of his life, but in his 80s, largely to please his family. So he accepted the Pride of Britain Award for Lifetime Achievement in 2001. Then Eric H. Baker is an American businessman, the founder of CEO of Viagogo, and CEO founder of StubHub. Then the last is, so upon the fall of the Marcos regime, Amnesty International Philippines was officially registered in 1987 with the following incorporators and board of trustees. So the Amnesty International came to Philippines is Edmundo Garcia, Rinaldo Taifi Agapao, Gina Putong, Chi Duran, Ruth Alegre, Sheila Sison, Nelson Rendon, and Maria Cecilia Makatangay. So this is all my report. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Genevieve F. Pangsian, the next reporter. Example of amnesty. An amnesty given to Confederate officials and soldiers after the Civil Wars. Amnesty daw gihatag sa mga Confederate officials ming ang kisa tumi agree sa amnesty ug sa mga soldiers pagkahuman sa Civil War. President Jimmy Carter's granting amnesty under a certain condition to those who violated the Selective Service Act in evading the draft during the Vietnam War. Si President Jimmy, gigrant niya ang amnesty under a certain condition. Kung kisa itong may violate sa Selective Service Act, nga may avoid siya draft during the Vietnam War. The amnesty power. The President with power to grant amnesty for offenses against the United States, but understood that his power to grant amnesty was included in the power to grant pardons. Pardon, this provision of Constitution by which the executive power pardoning is restricted still remain in force. President daw nga na siya power to grant an amnesty for offenses common, but understood that this power to grant amnesty nga was included na included ra ang pardon, to grant pardon. Amnesty in Philippines Constitution. Article 7, Section 19 of the 1987 Constitution provides that the President of the Philippines has the power to grant amnesty with the concurrence of a majority of all the members of the Congress. Galvez recalled that he himself was a recipient of the national government's amnesty program for former rebel soldiers. On 1987 daw, Section 19, Article 7, constitute na ang President sa Philippines na ginagranta daw siya og amnesty. Kaya na siya power to grant an amnesty with the concurrence of majority. Kauban daw ang mga members of the Congress. Si Galvez daw miracle siya nga isa siya sa mga recipients.
So, good day. My name is Mark Jason M. Lechoco, and I am the last reporter of Group 1. In Philippine history, from the Spanish regime, amnesties in the nature of general pardons granted by Governor General Legazpi to Raja Suliman and other chiefs in the 1570. Pulabea, Pajardo, Corcuera, and Manrique de Lara, particularly those granted to Filipino and Chinese insurgent Moyot in 1994. So the Philippine history. First amnesties in U.S. history was offered by President George Washington in 1795. So, ang unang amnesty sa US kay gi-offer ni President George Washington atong 1795. Two participants in the Whiskey Rebellion. So, ang Whiskey Rebellion kuno kay isa na siya ka riot or gubot nga cause ana kay ang pag-excise sa tax sa mga ilimnon. So, a conditional amnesty, it allowed the U.S. government to forget the crimes of those involved in exchange for their signatures on an oath of loyalty to the United States. Amnesty. Then, case deserve amnesty. So, amnesty granted usually for political crimes against the state, such as treason, sedition, or rebellion. It is addressed generally to classes or communities and takes the form of a legislative act or other constitutional or statutory act of the supreme power of the state. So, that is all my report.